Welcome to the DCS Filmmaker School. I'm your host, Adler Tag. Well, it's been a little bit more than a week now since DCS Open Beta 2.7 has dropped, and with it, it has renewed interest in the DCS community, as well as brought in an influx of new players to DCS. And one of the side effects of this is people seeing just how gorgeous this flight sim is and wanting to make videos and share videos. I happen to have a little bit of experience with making videos, so I figured I would put together this series to help you make the best videos you can possibly make. This will be a multi-part series. This first episode will focus on introducing myself, as well as covering some of the 4 essentials, as I refer to them, that you're going to need to make good DCS-based videos that will stand out from the crowd. And then additional episodes will go more in-depth into the features that DCS offers for creating videos, the camera controls, views, and so on and so forth. And then I'll expand out to editing, understanding things like composition and post-production, and all the other aspects that go into making a decent video. So I hope you'll stick around and enjoy the series and learn some new things, and I'll see you in the skies. So, who am I and why should you care? Well, my name is Jason Sarabi. I go by the call sign Adler Tag. I fly with TAW's North American 33rd Battalion Virtual Tactical Fighter Wing. I'm an indie filmmaker. I'm a writer, producer, director, and visual effects artist. I have my degree in communication and media arts, and I specialized in film, television, and radio production. I am also certified in visual effects using After Effects, as well as 3D animation and modeling using Cinema 4D, Blender, and 3D Studio Max. Some of my credits include I was co-producer on a film written and directed by a friend of mine that was able to take the 3rd place position in the New York Tribeca Film Festival's 2010 award show in the experimental category. I've also worked on a music video for some artists in Puerto Rico. One of the videos was in rotation on MTV Latino. I've done some 3D animation work for the live shows of some New York bands, as well as being the director and co-host of 2 separate YouTube channels, web series, if you will. So I know a little bit about the subject of making videos and telling compelling stories and so on and so forth, and translating that into DCS-based videos, and that'll play into one of the 4 essentials that I'm about to get into. So let's keep moving along. So what then are the 4 essentials you need for making a DCS video? Well, without these 4 items, you simply can't. You won't be able to make a video. Think of them as the foundation stones for everything else that you'll be doing in your project. Since this series is designed to progress in a way where each episode will build upon things you've seen in the previous episode, these are like the foundation stones for everything that we're going to be doing. Much the same way a gourmet chef needs good ingredients to make a meal customers are willing to come and pay for, you too need certain things in order to make a DCS video, and without them, you simply can't. Essential number 1 is DCS World itself. It's currently in Open Beta 2.7, although all the topics we'll be covering in this video series will also be applicable to the Steam version, the standalone version, and previous versions like 2.5.6. However, the caveat being is that some views and camera angles, as well as effects and other elements like the new cloud systems, are specific to Open Beta 2.7, but you don't necessarily need 2.7. As long as you have DCS World, 90% of what we're going to do in this series you'll be able to do regardless of version. Essential number 2, screen capture software. You're going to need some way to get the images from your DCS game into a usable format that you can bring into your editing suite later. I personally use NVIDIA's GeForce Experience because I like the flexibility it gives me in adjusting the settings to the way I like it, plus it has no impact on the game whilst playing and recording. But it's not the only alternative. There are others. OBS is one, Screencast is another, as well as Camtasia. Whichever one works for you, that's fine, but you're going to need some way of capturing the images from DCS so that you can bring them into your editing suite. Essential number 3, your editing software. You're going to need a package that will afford you the flexibility to make the edits and the type of editing that you want to do. I personally use Adobe Premiere Pro CC, but other alternatives include Apple's Final Cut Pro, DaVinci Resolve, Sony's Studio Vegas Pro, as well as there's even free alternatives. Blender, which is free, has a video editing section within it that you could use. You could even use Windows Media Maker. The point is you need something that's going to allow you the flexibility to be as creative as you'd like. Essential number 4, and in my opinion the most important of the bunch, is your idea, your creativity. Have an idea of the story you want to tell with your video. Why would somebody want to sit there and watch it? Whether it's about a module or it's about that really cool multiplayer mission you did last weekend with your buddies. Maybe it's a video highlighting the group that you're a part of. Whatever it is, have an idea of what you want to tell with your video. That will determine its structure and will determine what moves you make later on when you're assembling your video. Don't be one of those folks that just randomly throws some clips over some random music and calls it a day. While those can be entertaining for a limited time, they often get kind of boring really quick. So have an idea of the story you want to tell, make the video that you would want to see, and then you're already off to a good start. So there you have it, the 4 essentials to making DCS videos. I hope you found this informative on some level. I know a lot of it's very basic knowledge, but we got to start at the ground and work our way up. In the next episode, I'm hoping to cover a basic 3-act narrative structure used in Hollywood films and how that can be applied to a DCS video. Even though you may not have actors and dialogue in your video, the same narrative storytelling structure can be applied to your DCS video, and it'll help bring it up a notch. It'll be telling a story through the visuals of DCS. So I hope you'll tune in for that one. If you liked what you saw and if you want to follow along, please remember to hit the subscribe button below and give it a thumbs up, and also hit the little notification bell. This way you'll be notified anytime I upload a new episode, and I appreciate you taking the time out to watch the video. So thank you again, and again, this is AdlerTag, and I will see you in the skies.